Hey there, fellow wood shavers. Brian here with the Wood Shave Experience. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. In today's video, we will be bringing you a new soap to the den. And this is some samples I got. You might have seen them in an unboxing I did not too long ago. It was a really long unboxing, so maybe you didn't make it to that part of the video. But this is E&S Rasage. And this one, it's kind of hard to see on this small label, but this one is called Equinox. There is a matching little sample splash with that. I will be using the Rockwell 6S on the R3 plate with a second use NASA blade in there. I am all lathered up here in the bowl. I'm using the PAA Amber Aerolite brush, and I've got the Lancaster Razor Works bowl in here. So I'm gonna wet the face and we'll get started. And I'm working on 1 day's growth. Today's Tuesday. I did shave yesterday off camera. By the way, this does come in both a vegan base and a tallow base. Today I am using the tallow base. So I'll give you a little look at what the tallow soap looks like. And I haven't tried the vegan yet. This is my first use. Looks very similar, a little bit lighter in color. And so I was kind enough to receive all these samples directly all the way from France, from E&S Rasage, and the proprietors, I hope I don't get this wrong, are I think Estelle and Stefan. So I think there's your E and S. And they are soap makers out of, I want to say, Hamburg, France, if I'm not mistaken. And so Stefan, I hope I'm saying that right, was a shaver. He got into traditional shaving, was having trouble finding soaps that worked well for his face. So he decided to embark on the endeavor of making his own soap. And thus he did. They have about, I think I have 8 different scent samples. In the US, the Razor Company has some. That's the first place I saw it, but their selection is a little small. I don't know what the story with Razor Company is, but you can get, and they only, I think, have what they do have, the Razor Company is only the tallow base, and but you can also get it at Pasteur's. So I'll link both those in the description below if you want to check them out. And Pasteur's has both the vegan and the tallow-based soap base. So if you have a preference, there's one for vegan and one for those that like the tallow. Very creamy, just lathered up very easily, very creamy. The soap base has shea butter, cocoa butter, lanolin, vitamin E, avocado oil, and goat's milk in it, along with the tallow on this base. And whipped up really easily, nice and creamy, pretty good slickness on it. Sometimes it's a little hard to tell when you first use a base in terms of like whether it seemed like I was hydrated enough. I hope everybody's having a good week. I don't know, by the way, I forgot to mention it on the channel yesterday, it was last week when I was doing some shaves, but I was on Instagram Live's Shaveline NBD last Sunday night on Smiles for Miles channel. So if you didn't check it out, you can go back to, if you're on Instagram, you can go to Smiles for Miles channel or Instagram, and it's in there that you can watch the replay. So if you're interested in seeing that, I did an hour-long segment with Smiles and Scott Aromatico, who does a lot of fragrance stuff. So that was pretty fun, pretty cool. So anyways, I had reached out to them about their soap, and they offered to send me samples all the way from France. And So they put them in the mail, and I had no idea I was going to get quite so many. And I didn't realize that they had both a tallow base and a vegan base. So I'd only seen it at the razor company before. And like I said, the razor company only had the tallow base. So it's $23.99 for 5 ounces of soap, whether you get the tallow or the vegan base, so the same price. And I think the splash was like $22.99. So not a bad price for 5 ounces. I mean, especially considering this is coming all the way and being shipped from France. So they do the soap making, and from reading their site a little bit more, I'll link their website. They do have an English version of their website, so you can read more about them if you're interested. I'll put that in the description below as well. And they do the soap making, and then they've hooked up with a perfumer to do the scents. So they themselves, I'm sure they have some input on the scents, but they're not doing the scent creation on the soap. So they got a nice little relationship there with the scent maker. And the scent maker is in, I want to say, I don't know how to pronounce it in French, but it's Grasse, Grasse. I don't know if that's Grasse or Grass, or it's just showing my limited knowledge of French, so I apologize for butchering any of that, any of the French I might have tried today. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here a while, thanks for the continued support. And if you're watching this for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button below. And if you like anything you see today, hit that thumbs up button. If you have any questions, you can always put them in the comments below. I'm always happy to, I always try to respond to the comments. Time has been a little bit more limited for me lately, so I haven't been as on the comments as I would like, but I do always try to get to them. And I do enjoy the interaction with everybody. And I learn a lot from a lot of the folks that watch the channel. So don't hesitate to ask any questions or put in any comments in the comments below. The scent strength, so the scent on this, this one is called Equinox, and the scent notes, this is described as a warm and woody soap. And so the top notes are bergamot, grapefruit, and apple. Middle notes are marines, jasmine, rose, and cedar. Base notes are musk, amber, vanilla, woods, sandalwood, and tree moss. And it's a very nice scent, actually. I think this might be my favorite of the ones I got. I don't know, it's kind of a close call. It's hard to tell, always hard to tell exactly off the sample, like off the puck or the splash, unless you actually apply it to your skin, because oftentimes fragrances will kind of change a little bit depending on your skin chemistry. So I'll use these and kind of get an idea of which ones I like best. But off the puck, I feel like this was one that I liked the best. I would put the scent strength at probably a low medium. It's definitely not really high in scent strength, so it's not what DK would call bold and banging, but the scent is definitely there, and it's strong enough for me. I do enjoy bold and banging, but I don't need to have super high scent strength. Very nice and creamy. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but very nice and creamy tallow base on this. I got plenty of lather. It's got some nice density to it. So pretty happy with that. I saw CDB, he had some, one of their soaps that was sent to him by Pasteurs, the Moana. And he mentioned that I don't know if he had the tallow or the vegan base, and he just had the whole tub of soap. And he mentioned that his was gritty. I did not notice that in this tallow sample that I had. It was the soap was nice and uniform and smooth, so I did not have any grittiness to it. I know a lot of people watch his channel, and he used that about a week ago. But yeah, nice scent strength, nice scent. If you're definitely in the medium scent strength category, it's definitely not low scent Skeletor level. Plenty of residual slickness. As you can see, I'm kind of going back over areas I've already shaved. And I'm just kind of doing that to check the residual slickness on it, not necessarily because I need to. And I used the Rockwell 6S today just because it's one of my go-to razors, and when I use a new base, I like to use a razor like this that I'm really familiar with, that I know, especially on a plate 3, pretty mild, but efficient enough for me. Just kind of I have a lot of hairs on my neck that grow in odd directions. So the third pass on my neck for me is not so much against the grain per se. It's just cleaning up a lot of the hairs that grow in odd directions. So might be a little bit different than other people's traditional third pass on their neck. And I got myself right there a little bit. I kind of went up there, and I don't usually do that. So that's user error right there. Okay, I'm gonna rinse the face here. All right, I think these little splash bottles are really cool. And they even have a nice little restrictor on there. Wow. Try the face a little bit more. Hopefully you guys got in on the last Lancaster towel drop. I did see at the razor company that they're doing some sort of collaboration. They teased a shot on Instagram the other day where they're doing some sort of collaboration with Lancaster Razor Works. So I'm guessing they're doing some sort of towel. So that would be cool. I know Andre just came out with a drop like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I did not get anything on that one because I have enough towels, I think. Although they had some colors that I don't have that I thought about getting, but I restrained myself. Okay, so here we go with the Equinox splash. Comes out nice and slow out of your nice restrictor. I'll put a little bit more on there, why not? And this does have alcohol in the splash. Overall, very nice scent. You know, it is warm and woody. And I don't get, as far as the scent notes, like those of you that don't like rose, I don't really get a whole lot of rose. There's grapefruit in it, but I don't get a lot of the fruitiness or much of the grapefruit at all on the top, or the apple really. I'm getting mostly kind of the woody and the warm notes. So like, you know, probably like the amber, vanilla, sandalwood, a little bit of musk, but not too much. Some of the cedar and stuff like that. So, so it's not a bright bergamot, grapefruit, apple forward fruity scent. I don't really get that. I get more of the warm and woody. I think those top notes are just blended well in there and you can't really pick them up. So there you have it, folks. Thanks for joining today's shave. Again, we used E&S Rasage Equinox along with the matching sample of Splash. We used the Rockwell 6S on the R3 plate with a second use Nasset blade and we were all lathered up. I still have plenty of lather left over. So I put probably more soap in there than usual, just because I had never lathered this before and I didn't want to be short. What I did learn is that I got plenty of lather and I only need the same amount of soap as I usually use, which is typically about an almond size, the universal almond size. Almond size could be different than yours, but you never know. So thanks for tuning in, folks, and we'll see you soon on the channel.